Hello. Good morning, iTeampreneurs. This is your partner speaking. Our vision is clear. Together, we shall be making a difference in the lives of others through this journey. If you have what it takes to be successful in helping others, I call upon your calling.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? All right, good. Give me a good sign so that I know that everybody is hearing me just fine. The time is 9:03, and then welcome everybody. You are sitting on the Top Gun pilot. Okay, take your sunglasses out, take a picture first. Okay, cool picture first. Thank you very much. We have finance people, we have human resources people, and obviously thank you to all of you. Basically, now we are close to about 300 people joining this session. Now, as I said, we are going to do about 1 hour to 20 minutes. So I would like to share with you all the important messages today that we want to talk about. So I know that many of us are actually from different backgrounds. Okay, so just now you have seen a little trailer of myself. So myself have been an entrepreneur for the last coming to 29 years already. So at the year of 20 years old, I decided, hey, look, okay, I don't want to be a hotel receptionist, because why? I was studying hotel management. So in the end of the day, I embarked into becoming an entrepreneur. But first of all, there is a very important topic that I want to talk about in the very beginning is this, yeah? Now, hopefully you can see my screen here. Are you able to see the screen? Yes, okay. Now, obviously, you must have heard about this message, crisis, opportunity, which literally means to certain people, a crisis can also mean an opportunity to other people, right? Isn't that true? So what happens to the COVID crisis? Everybody knows that during the COVID crisis, something happened at that moment of time because of COVID. Come on, think about 2 years ago. When every one of us don't know a heck about anything about COVID. The only thing was after WHO came up with the name COVID-19, all right? But how is it going to affect us? Everything 2 years ago, we were all in a panic, we were all in a shock, and even the whole government and countries all around the world, the only way that they can do about is to lock down the whole country. Isn't that true? So what happens at that moment of time during the lockdown? Look what happens. During a crisis, there is always signs of opportunity. So that is why the healthcare industry booms, technology industry boom at the time when the whole world locks down. Isn't that true? So that's why we are sharing to you at this moment of time, because of our nature of business, which is using healthcare and technology at your fingertips. Exactly, this is a company, a global e-commerce company based in Hong Kong, and that is why during the crisis time, we were able to grow our business tremendously, yeah? So that is why during that moment of time, what happens was in a crisis, there is opportunity. That's why our businesses of dealing with healthcare products, people pay more attention about their immune system. People are afraid about the viruses and things like this. So during that moment of time, our sales boom. That is why during this 2 years period of time, in the moment of crisis, some of us exponentially grow their sales and grow their income. Some people 2 times, some people 3 times, some people even 5 times of growth. That's why during even the pandemic crisis, our team members are changing and buying new cars, from our Mercedes E200 Coupe to E300 to BMW X6, and then some of us are changing new cars, and then not even just changing new cars. Some of our team members are actually buying new houses. Look, they're signing new S&P. Why? Because during the crisis, there is opportunity for our nature of business. So that is why during that short 2 years period of time, you actually realize that, hey, some people text me and you tell me, SMS me and in the WhatsApp and told me, oh, I have grown 100%. Can you see some people? All right, I have hit my 12K income. By the way, 12K income is US dollars, yeah? And then there was one persons who actually messaged me, and look at this message over here. He says, I was struggling to be making 20,000 a month. Well, by the way, this is not US dollars. This is RM, means it is Malaysian ringgit. Yeah. And then, but during the pandemic, during the crisis, she was able to grow it to 30, 40, 50, and in the end, even 70,000. And then what was my reply to that person? I say, great job. And in fact, to the person, it's like a dream. Look at this message. When this person says that, look, I've hit my 12K US dollars income, and I am saying to him, let's do it next year. Let us hit 25,000. So look, it has been proven that in the times of crisis, but if you find the right opportunity, you can turn your life around. Now, today, as we speak right now, it is not 2020 COVID crisis anymore. All right. Yes, COVID is still around, but nobody cares anymore. Now, tell me, every one of you in this room right now, how many of you knows that in your country, what is the number of cases today in your country? Nobody know. That those days, I guarantee you follow the figure like you follow the share market. Isn't that true? You know what I'm saying? Today, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Yes, COVID is still around, but there is an even more dangerous crisis that is happening, and that is inflation. In fact, in iTeam, about a year ago, which is about last year, mid of last year, we had a meeting, we had a training with our VIPs, and we already tried to prepare our people and tell them that, look, inflation is going to happen. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know it. Why? Because during the pandemic, every country from US to Europe to every place of the world, they are all printing money. And the only way to go about is, after all this, will be tremendous inflation. And in fact, it all happened in the beginning of last year, and then it became a high inflation, okay, in the beginning of this year. And today we are in the part of June, which means half of 2022 has been passed already. But when in times of crisis, there is always opportunity. So what is the opportunity? Here it is. During COVID, the opportunity is health. Okay, because health needs exponentially increases. During inflation, multiple sources of income become your needs. That is why a lot of people are thinking to yourself, look, now, I don't need to tell you about inflation. You have felt it for the last couple of months, especially. No matter which country you are, I believe that some of you here are from New Zealand, some of you from Australia, some of you from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Philippines, and some of you maybe from the US. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe, yeah, US, New York now is in the morning, listening to, attending this Zoom. But the fact is, everybody knows that the way to beat your inflation is, can you stop inflation? No. Do you think that inflation has already stopped? Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? In fact, it could be just at the beginning of a tremendous inflation. So what happens is, as you complain about everything is expensive now, whether it is your food, whether it is your petrol, whether it is your whatever daily lifestyle that is affecting yourself, but the opportunity lies within, can we increase our incomes here? So that's why multiple sources of income is the opportunity. That's why certain people are saying that, hey, how do I increase my income? Can I start a YouTube channel? Can I do affiliated marketing? Can I buy properties and invest so that I can rental income? Can I invest in stocks? Can I invest in cryptos? Can I invest in Forex? Well, by the way, crypto was 60,000 Bitcoin, and then it fell to 17,000. Wow. Now, of course, there are a lot of MSI with multiple sources of income, which are highly risky. But of course, there is one opportunity that we want to share with you is every one of us, given the opportunity, should grab this opportunity to start an online business. Why? Now, this is the fact. You know these two guys. On the left, the boss of Amazon, his name is Jeff Bezos, is the #1 richest person in the world. The other one on the right, that guy, obviously you know him, Jack Ma, Again, he's one of the richest in China. Well, US is the biggest economy in the world. China is the second biggest economy in the world. And then if these two guys became the richest among the richest, what industry are they in? You and I know they are in the internet industry, in the e-commerce industry. Why? Because the biggest market ever exist in the world will be online business, will be online market. That's why there is a book that was written called The 6 Billion Shoppers. That's why the opportunity lies ahead. In fact, for the last couple of years, from 2016, all right, the number of people actually buying online was 1.6 billion, and then it shoots up to 2.1 billion, and in the next 5 or more years, it will probably hit to 6 billion. And in fact, more and more people buying online, not through their laptops or not through their PC computers, but through mobile. So that is why the biggest trend now is mobile online business. So we are offering you this opportunity so that you can also turn an inflation crisis into your opportunity. It's just like what happens 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when we told people about COVID, okay, crisis, and then those people who grabbed the opportunity, remember I was showing you those people who bought during the crisis time, they bought new cars, they bought new houses. Why? Because they had turned crisis into opportunity. So this is an opportunity at your fingertips. With a mobile phone, you can start building an online business. With an m-commerce, building this online commerce that has constitute two mega trends: health trend and e-commerce trend. Now, if I ask you this simple question, do you think that wellness trend will go downwards in the next 5 to 10 years? No, more and more people will pay more attention to their health, to their wellness, especially now after COVID. More people are more health conscious than ever. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you this. You think that there will be less people buying things online? No, there will only be an uptrend for the next 5 to 10 years. You know the trend, but the fact is you got to grasp the opportunity. So with our nature of online business, with one mobile phone, which is exactly as an app like I'm showing you right now on my screen here, you can see this, okay? Here, what happens is with this app, you can actually start building this business, expanding into Hong Kong, Taiwan, Korea, Malaysia, Vietnam, Brunei, Australia, Singapore, Canada, well, New Zealand, China, USA, okay, in different parts of the world. But the fact is, some people will tell me this: hey, I'm a Malaysian, I don't know somebody in US, I don't have friends in US, how do I build a business like this? No, our nature of business is, you will find that it is very kind like an affiliate marketing. Why? Because when you introduce one person, his contact becomes your contact. It's just like I started my business in Malaysia. I did not know somebody in Hong Kong. I did not know somebody in New Zealand. I did not know somebody in China. I did not know somebody from that. But through my customers who referred, then we are able to build an international network. You get what I'm saying? And then today, as we are opening up this session right now, we are highly excited about it. Why? Because we know that in the coming future, today it is 2022, next year 2023, 2024, 2025, in the next 3 years' time, we will be expanding into Thailand, which is constituted a 68 million population, Indonesia, okay, 270 million population. We are going to Japan, 100 over million. We're going to India, going to UK. And that is the reason why we are joining forces to form this top 100 iTeampreneurs. We will be preparing ourselves so that we shall be tapping into all these international markets in the next 3 years. So we are, in fact, building a team. So that's why I shall start with this session to tell you that let us turn inflation crisis, hyperinflation. Some people call it hyperinflation whatsoever. It may still continue to grow in the next 1, 2, or more years. All right. But the fact is, if you can turn MSI, which is multiple sources of income, offering other people a multiple sources of income, instead of sitting there complaining, waiting for the government to do something or whatsoever in that matter. Look, when there is a crisis, there is tremendous opportunity. That is why during the last 2 years, during the COVID crisis for the last 2 years, the rich become richer. Isn't that a fact? But the poor becomes poorer. Why? Because they're still depending on that salary. They still depend on one sources of income. But the moment when the shop is closed, when the business is closed, or when they are retrenched or whatsoever, you get what I'm saying? But the fact is, you may not know when the next crisis is going to happen. In fact, the current inflation crisis is already happening, and it may even get worse. So that is why that we are offering you this opportunity so that you can turn crisis into opportunity, so that you can be one of the rich who becomes richer in the times of opportunity.